To the strange case of Josh Cavallo, who was a soccer player. He used to play for Adelaide United in the A-League here in Australia. He is now playing in a lower league over in the UK. And you may remember that he came out, that is out of the closet, as a gay man about 4 or 5 years ago. It was towards the end of 2021. And he did that with the support of his team, Adelaide United, at the time. This is a video that the team released when he came out.
I thought that people would think of me differently when they found out. They would start treating me differently. They would start saying bad things about me or making fun out of me. That's not the case. If anything, you will earn more respect from people. Coming out to my loved ones, my peers, my friends, my teammates, my coaches has been incredible. The response and support I have received is immense. It's starting to make me think that why have I been hiding this burden for so long?
So that's what Mr. Cavallo said in a video put out by his club, Adelaide United, at the time that he came out as gay. Fast forward to the start of 2026, and he says that is no longer the case. He now says the reason that he left Adelaide United and he went over to play in England is because his club was homophobic. Now, he did not play a game in the 2024-25 season. He says that has nothing to do with his performance. It's because the club has a problem with homophobia. He put out a statement on social media overnight, and he said, "It's hard to swallow when I realised my own club was homophobic. I was angry because people thought I was sidelined based on injuries, when in reality it was internal homophobia that kept me on the bench." He also wrote that no matter how hard he produced or improved, his contributions were continuously ignored. And again, he puts this down to homophobia. He also alleged that he saw a group chat with a number of his teammates making fun of a photograph of him and his partner, as though people have never made fun of photographs of people who are in straight relationships as well. Now, we should note that the club denies all of this. They say that the decisions they make about who play on the pitch are made based on performance and who is the best person for the job. They say there is no homophobia involved whatsoever. We probably should note, though, because it's a big change of tune from when he came out. Had a lot of support in the sport and from his team at the time. He's gone from playing in the A-League, which is sort of the top league here in Australia, to playing for Stamford in England. And they are in the Southern League Premier Division Central. I had to look that up because I don't know my soccer terribly well. But they have a hierarchy of leagues in England. There are 11 different leagues, and this is number 7 on the list.
Wow.
So he's
Premier League, is it?
No, he's not in the Premier League. That's number 1. He's all the way down at division number 7.
So I think even Wrexham was higher than that when Ryan Reynolds bought them.
Indeed.
Well, maybe.
So maybe the problem was that he was just an average soccer player, as opposed to, well, I was gay and therefore I didn't get to get on the pitch.
It's certainly a big change of tune, and his team, Adelaide at the time, came out very supportive of him, and the fact that there's a video made saying how wonderful and supportive everyone is. I mean, when people, I don't know, do people come out as straight? I mean, you don't seem to need to have that sort of reaction. And I just don't feel like people seem to be clinging to this idea that we're still in the sort of 80s, 90s where it was difficult for people to come out. There wasn't a really visible gay culture that was accepted. We've got gay marriage now. It's certainly a different world than it was 30 years ago, 40 years ago. And I read that story today and just thought, yeah, maybe you just weren't that good, mate. Like, I just feel like it's an excuse and looking for a reason when perhaps maybe just his soccer prowess was not as good as his teammates. I mean, at the end of the day, they're in there to win. If he was going to score the goals or, you know, stop the goals or whatever his role on the pitch was, the managers of Adelaide would want that to go forward and be the best team to put forward. I just find this ridiculous.
Yeah, I feel the club is really sort of damned if they do and damned if they don't. I mean, they've actually come out very strongly, as you say, supporting him, and he's acknowledged that. And to now use that excuse against him to say that the club is homophobic, and I don't really buy those examples. I don't really see any clear evidence of the club being this way towards him. And of course, they've rightly defended their position as well. But he's basically saying that the club culture publicly defends you if you're gay, but privately makes life very difficult for you, which is a really serious allegation for a club, may deter other young players from either sort of revealing their sexuality or indeed playing for the club in the future. And now he's gone to, League 7 in the UK, and good luck to him there. But I do feel to burn that bridge with an Australian club is really bad form.
Yeah, and I mean, that's of course essentially what he's suggesting, that this is, what he was worried would happen if he came out, and he reckons it came to fruition. But the point you make, Holly, is an interesting one about, is it that big of a deal to come out these days? And I feel like there's a tendency for some people, and it's not just gay people, but, if you buy into the victim mentality, you come out and say, OK, there's something different about me, and then people, by and large today, and rightly so, say, that's great, mate, I'm happy for you.
See you later.
And then you can't be the victim anymore, right?
Yeah.
And it's difficult to come to terms with that when you say, I'm different, and everyone says, yeah, OK, next.
But here's a tip, everyone is. Like, that's the point. Every single person is different, and why we need some big pronouncement of all of these points of difference, whether it's, pronouns. If you ever wanted to get a meeting with me as a senator and you had pronouns in your email, let me tell you, that got a whole lot harder because it's pointless. I just can't stand this stuff that everyone feels they need to make an announcement of everything that makes them unique and different as they enter the room. I don't care.
Yeah, I think.
Sorry, I just don't care.
No, it's a fair point. I think we'd have more respect for him if he said, you know what, my form is not what it was 4 years ago. Soccer players, it's quite a strenuous sport. It's competitive, it's brutal. So if he was actually to say, look, I'm not up to form and that's why I left, then we'd probably have more respect for him. But
yeah.
And he's weaponised
4
that
or 5
excuse.
years since he's come out. It's
and
not
that's
like
normal.
it's 4 or 5
That's normal
months.
for an athlete, for their, their ability to decline, and everyone knows that who's watching the game.
It would be fair to ask, did he approach any other A-League clubs in Australia? I mean, it's not like there aren't other places he could have gone and played in Australia. He chose to go
and he's
play
also
in
not the
the
only
lower
gay
league.
footballer in the country. So, mate, you're not the Lone Ranger.
No.